Hi, welcome to our first ever Capy Fireside Chats. I'm Kaitlin. This is Tessa. Um,
Hello.
for those of you who don't know me, I'm Kaitlin. I'm a writer and designer here at Capy, and joining me is Tessa Dabney, who is a really fantastic artist. Tessa was part of our mentorship program last year, but she's also been working with us on Grindstone for the past year. And you may have seen some of her work. She did the concept for Georgia, who I just absolutely adore, um, and all of our hats and a bunch of other really great stuff. So Tessa's incredible, and I'm so pumped we're doing this. So the format is just going to be we're just going to sit and chat, and we're going to get to learn a little bit about Tessa's backstory. I guess backstory is correct. Background, background.
My origin.
Yeah,
My origin story.
yeah, So we're just gonna get to hear more about Tessa's process. You cool to get started, Tessa?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, so let's kind of start from the beginning. What would you say was the thing that started your interest in art and made you kind of want to become an artist?
um, I was one of those kids who like art has always kind of been innate for me. Like it's always been a part of me. Ever since I was a toddler, but I think as I was growing up, I started like making doll houses out of cardboard and stuff like that. Just being creative all the time.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. I remember I really wanted a pet dog and we couldn't have one, so I made a life-size Doberman out of tin cans.
You made a life-size Doberman?
Yes, I made it out of tin cans, and it fell apart, but it was fun.
I have so many questions about how you constructed that.
I think a lot of hot glue and tape was involved.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. I think middle school was where I started thinking about doing it as a profession. I think when I was younger, I wanted to be a zookeeper, but that didn't happen. So yeah, I was one of those art kids, especially in middle school. And my mom encouraged me to go to this art high school downtown Houston. It was like a performing and visual arts high school, and I kind of just flourished there um, for 4 years. It was pretty great.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's really cool to hear. And like those, I know other people have gone to like specialized arts high schools as well, and it's just been such a boon for having that space to really grow what you care about.
Yeah, I wish Texas had art colleges because there are none at
Oh,
all. So it kind of sucks, but we have I think there's two art high schools in Texas. So I was at one of them.
yeah, that's really cool. So it's definitely like kind of always like you always kind of knew this was generally going to be a part of your life in one way or another.
I think so. I think so.
Okay, so would you say your interest in being a zookeeper and maybe building a Doberman out of cake kind of got you because like you do really good character work, right? And like I know you consider yourself a character designer, and like I love your characters. Like looking through your website is just and like we have all these awesome of your character designs behind us. So do you think like there's any kind of connection between like your interest in like animals and wanting to become like a character designer, or am I making something up?
Animals are definitely a huge part of my life, like my identity because I'm vegan. Like, but that's a big reason why I don't want to be a zookeeper because I realize that it's just animals like trapped in a zoo.
Yeah,
So yeah, that's the big reason why I didn't want to do that anymore. But yeah, I remember in sophomore year of high school, I I learned like what happens like in slaughterhouses and stuff like that, and I got like really I don't know. I was one of those vegans who was like, I can't believe this is happening. I'm so mad at the world and all that kind of stuff. So I started making art about it. And I was really angry at first, but then my art started morphing into something more positive. So I was drawing like cute little animals, like cute little animal characters all over the place, and just trying to like spread how cute like pigs and cows are to people. And I think yeah, that's a lot of where that kind of came from. And then they kind of started more. Well, I was already drawing a lot of monsters, but it started morphing into like cute monsters.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, all monsters are lovable.
Yes.
Yeah. Um. So, what's your favorite type of character or character design or like humanoid design to kind of approach? Like, is it still this kind of like animalistic monster, or are you gravitating more towards humanoid stuff now? Like, where's your jam?
I think both.
Okay.
I love drawing weird creatures. It's like one of my favorite things to do. They're hilarious and fun to draw. Um, and you can like give them really funny names.
Okay, so Grindstone's a perfect fit for you then.
Yes, it was perfect. Like I don't know where you guys came from. But yeah, it was a perfect gig for it is a perfect gig for me, honestly. I was really lucky.
Honestly, we're so lucky to have you working with us as well. I want to talk more about your character design, but I realized we should also pull up your website so we can kind of show a bit of what
Oh
we're
yes.
talking about. Okay,
Yes.
cool. Yeah, so very good stuff. Now I don't know where to go from here.
Okay, I think since we're talking about characters, just click on the character design one, I think.
Cool. Okay, awesome. Yeah, is there any you kind of want to talk about, like a bit of your process with what you're kind of thinking about as you were designing these?
With that first one, I think I was learning how to do a turnaround. I don't think I'd done that many before that. So that was me kind of experimenting, doing like a character monster turnaround. So that was pretty fun.
That's
Um,
cool.
yeah, there's not really a story behind that character. It's just weird
Yeah.
and fun to draw.
I kind of like, and I never really made this connection before, but like as a writer, sometimes like some of my pieces will just be like, oh, I just wanted to figure out how to do this thing. Like I just wanted to learn how to write this style or this thing or whatever, right? And like it sounds like that's kind of similar to like some of your portfolio pieces here, right? It's like, oh, I was just like working on a thing, and this is what this is. So,
Yep.
yeah, that's cool. I mean, it
Yeah.
makes sense that writing and art would have similar processes.
Yeah. Sometimes I'll just like think of a shape and a character will just like morph out of it.
That's really cool. I like that a lot. What's your favorite shape?
Triangle, probably. A triangle
Had
or
an
a
answer.
circle.
Yeah. Cool. Um, what's the part of character design that you think you struggle with the most?
Hmm. I think being a perfectionist has always been like a huge like hindrance to my development as an artist in every possible way.
Yeah.
Um, but I've honestly started to like kind of like step over that roadblock. You kind of just have to keep like okay. So when I was in high school, I wanted to do character design. Like I want to do it so bad, but every time I tried, it was just horrible. Like I look at it and I was like, oh, this is so bad. So I kind of just avoided it, which I can't believe I did that to myself. I really I regret it, honestly. But yeah, I think like the best way to kind of get over that is to kind of just rework your designs and try and break down that barrier of perfectionism, and just keep working at it and working at it and working at it, even if it sucks, even if you think it looks horrible, just keep going, and you'll eventually find something that you really enjoy, and you'll find like your unique style. Yep.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's pretty similar too to writing, right? Like
Mhm.
it's so easy to get caught up in like writer's block and like wanting it to be the best perfect thing on the first draft, but like it's if it doesn't exist, then it doesn't exist. You just have to get it out there. You just have to start, and like you can keep growing it, right? But if
Right.
it's not out there, then it's not out there. So,
Exactly. I think a huge origin of um, when I started really getting into character design, I did Nanowrimo. Do you know what that is?
yeah. Oh
Yeah.
god. Yeah. So for
Yeah.
those who don't know what Nanowrimo is, it's this ridiculously ill-advised idea of writing an entire novel during the month of November.
Yep.
Yeah, actually wonderful, and there's a great community with it, but it's intimidating.
Yeah, I did that in, I think, sophomore year of high school. And I would get up really early in the morning and type away. And then I would do it at night too. And I was obsessed. I was obsessed with the story, and I was obsessed with the characters I was making. And they're still my babies. And like since I started finally kind of doing character design, I started making those characters again and like reworking them, and they've become something that I really love.
That's really cool. I love that.
Oh yeah, you can see them right there. Beep and that that creepy dude. Those
Yeah,
are in the story.
that's cool. I was wondering who Beep was when I was looking through your website.
Yeah, that's a new character, like a very new character. And then that girl on the bottom left, her name is Raven. She's the main character. And then the blue kid is Seb. He's an alien.
That's really cool. I'm so envious of that ability to not only just like conceive of, characters and their stories, but also like make them come alive. Like that's really neat.
Yeah, it's super fulfilling too. Like when you write a story and you make like this entire world for these characters, and then you get to the point in your art when you can finally like make them the way you've been thinking about in your head this whole time. It's super fulfilling to do.
Yeah, that's really cool. And I think it shows in your designs too, right? Like there's a lot of like love you can see in these characters and a lot of intentionality and they're just kind of bursting with life, which is really, I think, really indicative of the amount of thought and time you spent with them.
Thank you.
um I kind of want to also talk a bit about your style because your style is really distinctive, and I don't have a lot of great words to describe art, so I'm sorry.
Okay.
But but I kind of almost see like there's almost kind of two distinct styles that you have. You have kind of a more exaggerated one versus a more realistic one. But in both, you still use a lot of really great saturated and contrasting colors, as well as like line contrasting, with these like nice kind of elongated shapes. And I really like how you can kind of see your work in both of these, or like see that in both of these styles, right? And so I was just kind of curious to hear you talk a little bit more about that style and what drew you to that and all that stuff.
Well, my background has been mostly like fine art and sculpture, so a lot of that has bled into my current style. I used to work a lot with acrylic paints.
Mm.
And I would only use the primary colors and white.
Yeah.
So I would always have like super vibrant colors on my canvas and all that kind of stuff. So it's kind of just bled into my to how I work now. Um, it's also just kind of natural for me to color things. I can't like not do it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's really awesome. I mean, like I took a couple sculpting classes at high school and have horrible memories of trying to sculpt somebody's face and trying to put in like a nose piercing with like it was just all very very bad. But I like this idea of like taking this like tactile 3D art form and then bringing it into illustration and character design and your 3D work like that. I think that's kind of neat, and I think there's interesting parallels there.
Thank you. Yeah, the those more humanoid figures there. Well, they are humans. Um, that was for my figure drawing class in college.
That's cool.
Yeah. So that was like a project that I had to do, and it was super fun. I made like a I made like a my own kind of world for it, even though I wasn't. You didn't really have to.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be like a zombie apocalypse kind of thing.
That's
Yeah.
cool. So that's the ones with the black background, right?
Yeah, the black background and the those other ones that kind of look like it.
Okay. Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, I like how those ones feel like they're kind of skirting more into the realistic kind of version of it, but you still see all of your kind of trademark style in there. So it's really cool. We have a question from chat. So I'll just read it. Who are some of your fave designs that you forged on Grindstone? Love your colors, by the way.
Thank you. Let's see. I love doing Georgia. That was super fun.
I loved working with you on her.
Yeah, she was super fun to make. Hmm. Okay, the thing I'm working on right now is super fun, but I shouldn't talk about it.
No,
But
not
that's
yet.
that's like what I'm super excited about.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we have some exciting stuff coming down the pipeline that Tessa has been doing a fantastic job on, and I'm glad to hear that you're enjoying it. So.
Oh yeah, I'm having a blast with it right now.
Okay, speaking of favorites, of your characters that we can see and pull up on your website, who are your favorites?
I think the ones I mentioned earlier are probably my favorites. The ones that have the story connected to them. Actually, if you go to the comics page, you can see more of that character, that main character.
Oh, cool. Yeah. I'm not controlling the website, so I'm.
Yeah, those are kind of like snippets of the of that story I wrote in high school.
That's really cool. My next note that I have is actually me gushing about how much I love the monster that you actually just showed not that long ago. I think Ika, IKA. I actually have a note that's like, I love this character. But we already talked about that, so I just wanted to let you know that I was already gushing about that one.
Her character was inspired by this. Well, I was obsessed with making this alien kind of thing where it kind of looks like spaghetti or intestines, like in someone's brain, like coming out of their head. Mm-hmm. And I actually made this soft sculpture that you can put on your head, and it looks like that. I don't know if I have a picture of it.
Cool.
It's somewhere. I might be able to find it.
No pressure if you can't, but I do love that idea. Do you, while you're looking, actually, do you have any, like, do you like doing that kind of like multi kind of media approach to your work? Like you said, like your characters came from your story, and then you've done this hat, this sculpture.
For sure. A lot of my characters I've made into soft sculptures. Actually, I found it.
Good.
If you can see. Oh no. No.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
It's not gonna work. Oh. Anyways. Oh really? Okay. Hold on.
So we're gonna work on a way of sharing what Tessa was just talking about. Yeah, and then I guess while you're working on sending that over, do you we want to hear? I asked some Capy people like, what do you want to know from Tessa? And there's some curiosity to hear you talk a little bit more about your sculptures. Like, what type of sculptures are you really interested in making, and like, what's your approach to that? Yeah, I think that'd be super cool to hear about.
Soft sculptures are my favorite, like stuffed animals. I love doing those. I haven't made one in so long though, because I don't have a sewing machine at the moment.
Yeah.
But also I've just been super busy, so I haven't really had the time. But it's definitely something I want to do in the near future, because I mean, I haven't really honestly been doing a lot of my own personal art lately, mostly because I've been staring at a screen all day and it kind of hurts at some point.
Sure, it's so hard.
Yeah. So yeah, I think I should maybe step back in terms of personal art and start doing more soft sculptures. Oh yeah, there it is. That's me in high school.
That's so cool. I love that. It's also gross, which I love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember making that, and I was like crying because I thought it was gonna turn out really bad. But then it turned out fine. So
oh, that's awesome. I just had some. Oh no, you go. You talk.
Oh, on my website, I have a sculpture page as well.
Cool. Okay, awesome. Yeah, let's look at some of those.
Oh, she is. Hi. I don't know how to get onto the thing. I can't see the comments. Okay. Here we go.
Yeah, your sculptures are those are really, really awesome. And they're so different from your like illustration and your character design work. Like that's really cool.
Thanks.
Do you find it like taps into a different part of your brain? Like I know when I'm writing, like say like a short story, it's a very different like kind of mental space for me than when I'm writing like stuff for games. Like do you kind of find it if the act feels very different?
Not really, honestly. A lot of the soft sculptures right there are from that same story that I was talking about.
Okay, cool.
They're all from like alien planets that I drew, and I definitely drew those before making them into sculptures.
Oh, okay, yeah. That makes sense, right? Because you kind of want to go into sculptures with like a bit of a plan, so you're not just free wielding clay. Or I guess what medium do you use? I've been assuming clay because that's my only one-to-one with sculptures. But yeah, what is your sculpture medium?
What's it called? It's like the most basic, cheapest fabric that they offer.
Oh right, yeah, you're saying you do a lot of soft sculptures.
Yeah. It's cheap fabric, some furry fabric, and some stuffing. Pretty much it. And string, thread.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yep.
I like that. So you don't have to worry about baking clay and all the hardities that come from that.
Muslin. Yeah, that's what it's called. Yep. Thanks. Thank you. Actually, those clay ones right there were air dry clay, Crayola. It was pretty hard to work with, honestly, but yeah, it works.
Cool. That's awesome. Yeah, so maybe we can talk a little bit, maybe less about your process specifically, and I'm kind of curious to hear about like influences and things like that. Like, do you find where do you kind of find you're pulling a lot of inspiration or influence from? Like, is it movies? Is it TV? Is it what kind of where's that realm for you?
I'm influenced by so many things. So many artists on Twitter are like huge inspirations to me. They inspire me all the time. I bookmark so many people's art all the time just so I can go back and look at it.
Yeah.
So yeah, a crap ton of artists. If you want to see the artists I love, then you should go look at my Twitter following people. I'm following a lot of cool people. And I'm definitely interested or influenced by books and movies. Like superhero movies and fantasy books are my favorite thing.
That's so cool.
Yeah, Marvel and well, not really. Well, okay, I love Harry Potter, but ever since that whole thing with J.K. Rowling, it hasn't been that cool. But like the fandom is still thriving, in my opinion. So I've been reading a lot of stuff from there. Yep.
As a Supernatural fan, I understand like loving a fandom and not necessarily and like being able to acknowledge like problems, right? So I think it's really cool. I like how much you kind of talked about like between like the Harry Potter fandom and like drawing inspiration from other artists. This idea of like community and just like how important other people are in your process, right? And like I know for like me as a writer, it's like we're kind of often told like other writers are your competition, and it's like no, that's not true at all, right? Like we're all here with each other, learning from each other and supporting. And I think that's really cool. So
yeah, being in the artistic community is pretty amazing. Like so many people are super supportive. It's a really great environment. At least the side of the internet that I'm on right now.
it's so important to find those sides of the internet that are not awful.
Yep.
Yeah, that's really cool. What?
Sure.
Okay, so we're gonna bring up Tessa's sketchbook. Yeah, and what is your sketchbook? Explain that to me as a
This
writer
is
who doesn't know things.
so this is kind of just like a collection of things that aren't like super well, they're finished, but they're not like those pieces that you post and you're like, this is like my art piece. These are like things that you keep in your sketchbook for yourself, for like just either for practice, like figure drawings, or just for fun, like random crap,
Mhm.
like doodles and figure drawings, stuff like that. So that's what this is.
Okay, that's cool. I like that. I love how like experimental it can be, right? Like it's just like let's try something, let's figure out how to do this thing, and like not only is the end result really cool, but it's also like a step in your process and in your skill set. So
Yeah. Also, if you're like a beginning artist looking at this is pretty misleading because my sketchbooks look horrible. Also, like this is the stuff that looks good. This is not the bad stuff that I'm showing right now. So
yeah,
don't think I'm uh like the master of art or anything. Like I
yeah.
make bad art too.
I think it's important that like the stuff that we put out and share is the stuff that like we've decided is good enough to be shared, right?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
yeah. I think that's a good caveat. In the vein of that, actually, and this is a Capy sourced question, so it's coming at you hot and spontaneous. Do you have any advice for artists watching?
Um, hmm. Okay. So a lot of things, a lot of artists, they like to compare themselves to others, and it kind of brings them down, and makes them feel kind of like inferior or something. I felt that a lot of times. But something I've realized is that when you see someone who you think is better than you can like strive to be like them. Oh wow, my brain is kind of farting right now.
No, that's fine. And this is a new question thrown at you. So.
Yeah. But yeah, I think like the artistic community, like we said before, is like super supportive. And I think like if you look at the people who you admire, um, don't like think down upon yourself. Think that you're able to see like where you need to improve, and because of that, you'll be able to grow. So yeah.
Yeah, I think that's such good advice, right? And I think that's applicable to anybody, really, right? Like, I think we as humans tend to feel like it's easy to compare ourselves and it's easy to
Mhm.
get hurt by that comparison, right? But yeah, it goes to like if you're not seeing each other as like it's where you can go, or if you're feeling like you need to compare, like what do you admire about that person, and try to work back, and like how can that help me, and like how can I grow from that?
Mhm.
I do think
Yeah,
that's good advice.
and like we were talking about earlier, we mostly see all the like the best stuff that people can put out. Like we don't see all of the trial and error of our idols. We don't see like the stuff that they have in the deep dark pits of their sketchbook, or
Yeah.
like the stuff they made like 3 years ago or 5 years ago. Like everyone is on their own different like path. Everyone's on their like everyone's from like beginning to expert. We're all like kind of on a spectrum, I guess, and shouldn't have to compare ourselves to others.
Yeah, do you this is going to feed into a question, and I'm wondering if I'm once again just making random connections, but I wonder like for you, like what is the hardest part of making art, like grappling with the technical skill, or is it grappling with kind of that like the ways we get in our the way we can get in our own way, as like artists and stuff, like or is it something else entirely? Like just yeah, what's the hardest part of being an artist or making art, would you say?
Yeah, I think definitely getting in your own way is pretty bad. Like the whole perfectionism thing, that's a huge hindrance to some people, and also procrastination. That's for like that's not it. That's obviously not just for artists, but like, well, I don't know, like kind of art block and procrastination kind of like go hand in hand. Like when you feel drained, like there's these highs and lows of being an artist where like one week you think your art is like, oh my gosh, I'm like amazing. This is perfect. I love my art so much. And then a day later you're like, this the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just kind of like a huge up and down all the time, especially when you're like doing it professionally and you're doing it every single day. It's hard to get drained. Um, it's I don't know how to like exactly get over it. You kind of just have to go with the flow, because whenever you feel like your art like sucks, that's just an opportunity for you to realize that you need to grow even more and practice even more. So yeah.
Yeah. There's this podcast that is a really great grade writing podcast called Script Notes, and they have a whole episode that's basically like, is it self-care or is it procrastination, and how to kind of like learn when to give yourself time but also when to push yourself. And I think you said that really, really well, right? Like if you're feeling it, it's because there's something in you that you need to kind of contend with and grow from, and I think that's really how do you like, so I guess that would be, is that your approach to getting through art block? Like, is it just kind of like what do you do when you hit art block?
Well, I'll just sit in my bed, stare at the ceiling, contemplate my existence, I feel bad about myself, and then just get back up and start drawing again, and then like 3 days later, you're like, oh, I'm fine again.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly how to like make it better. I guess like going outside and taking a walk would help. I've been doing that lately.
Yeah.
Clear your head a little bit.
I do think it's important that you started off being like, I feel the feeling, like I let myself feel bad, and then I tackle it, and then I deal with it. I think that's really insightful, right? It's like you're not gonna deal with feelings if you don't acknowledge those feelings, right? So.
Yeah, exactly. You kind of just have to, at least for me, just go with the flow. You don't have to force yourself to do stuff unless you have a deadline.
Yeah. Yes, you legally have to.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's play a little like thinking future game, and this is another Capy source question. What do you see, or what would you like in some kind of vein to make as your like masterpiece project? Like, what's the? I know as a writer, like I have that one story that I'll eventually write, but it's like it's my windmill so far, and like I'll do it. Maybe I don't know when, but like it'll be beautiful, and it'll be my masterpiece. Like, do you have a project like that?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people do.
I think so too.
That story I was talking about that I made in high school. Cool. It is still my baby.
Yeah.
Like one day I would definitely want to make a graphic novel. It's so embarrassing because I've been saying this for like 10 years. Not really 10 years, but a long time.
Yeah. And
I've just been doing like concept art and planning the story out and all that kind of stuff. And well, I have done like some like sneak peek comics of it. But yeah, that's the big dream for me.
Yeah, it's cool. I like, because it's the same answer for me too. But like, not obviously your story, that's your story. But like for me, it's a project that I had started on at one point, right? Like I like this idea that like, and it's true for other people I know as well, right? Is like that masterpiece dream project is something that like we've all kind of tinkered on a bit or done in some form, and we just know we want to do it differently or take it to the next level and kind of stuff like that. And I think it's kind of interesting that these kind of become these like through lines through our career, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, it's like that thing you look for when you're like completely settled down in your job and you're like, ooh, I finally have time to work on this thing that I've been planning since I was like 16 years old.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Cool. So aside from having the time to work on these dream projects that we're absolutely 100% going to do, Tessa.
Yeah, we're totally going to do them one day.
Yeah. What's the thing you're looking forward to the most, or not the most? Let's say this. What's the thing you're looking forward to next in your career as an artist?
Um, hmm. Uh, well, definitely to get to that sweet spot where I have like a full-time job and I'm able to do more of my personal art on the side because it's like stable and stuff. And I don't and I okay, so since I was like 17, I've been working like three jobs all the time, constantly. Like that's just how it's been
Yeah.
since then. So I guess I kind of need to learn how to say no to some people.
Yeah, it's a skill learning how to say no and like
Yeah.
recognizing your bandwidth, right?
So
Yeah.
yeah, definitely getting into that sweet spot where I can start focusing on my personal art again. Um, I focused a lot on it in 2020. I think I was getting my portfolio already, and it was pretty nice to do that. Um, so yeah, that's one thing I'm looking forward to. And then also progressing as an animator.
Mm-hmm.
I've always been super fascinated by it, and I've been doing it a lot lately, especially for Grindstone. So I'm
Yeah.
pretty excited. Yeah, that's
Cool.
something I'm looking forward to.
Okay, that's awesome. I'm glad to hear that. I don't know. I just forgot what I was supposed to say. Yeah, that's cool. I'm excited for you. I'm super excited to see you what you can tackle next and what we can do together next on Grindstone. It's like yeah, it's just cool. It's cool getting to watch you progress. Okay, so let's shift a little bit away from art talk for a second. What do you do when you're not making art? Like, what do you enjoy?
Um, I like taking walks
Sure.
and reading.
Yeah.
That's it. That's
Yeah.
literally it.
I mean, that's great though. Like, that's already good and awesome and full and fun. So, yeah.
Yeah, I love reading. It's my favorite thing. And listening to audiobooks. I listen to audiobooks while I'm drawing,
Mhm.
and then I read when I'm not drawing. So I'm always like just I'm like a black hole for stories. Like
Yeah.
I live off of them. They're my life source.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, tell us what you're reading. I'm always looking for good book recs. So,
I read like a lot of fantasy and kind of like superhero stuff.
mhm.
Um, I can't think of names off my head because I go through them like so fast.
Yep, that's
Um,
fair.
uh, yeah, I can't really think of any off the top of my head. I go through them like crazy fast because
Yeah.
I listen to them and stuff.
Yeah, that's fair. That's and also like that's like the second anybody's like, "What's your favorite like video game?" I'm like, "I don't know. Have I ever played a video game? What's this question?"
Yeah, my mind goes completely blank.
Yeah, so I think that's fair. I did just read City of Brass, like the first book, uh, and loved that. If you've read it, so
I've heard of it. I haven't read it though. I don't
yeah.
think.
Okay, it's big. It's I don't like reading big books anymore because I like being able to like
Mhm.
go through things fast. But it's a good one. So
I think one of the a recent one I read that I really liked was Gideon the Ninth.
yes,
Yeah.
Gideon the Knight. Okay,
Yes.
so for anyone who's not familiar, now this is going to be a Gideon the Ninth chat. Gideon the Ninth is this really cool. Actually, do you want to describe it, Tessa? I think you should describe it.
um, okay. So basically, um, it's this really buff girl, and she lives like, I think she lives like underground. And it's like this really weird society, and it's really messed up, and she's like trapped under there. I'm kind of blanking.
Yeah.
And they like go and travel to this weird like alien castle thing. And everyone's like killing each other, and there's it's like a mystery thriller kind of thing, and the imagery is amazing. Like the whole time I was thinking, oh, I can totally draw this.
Yeah, yeah,
Like I
yeah.
would love to draw this. I probably should. Um,
Uh, you also missed like they're necromancers. Like they fight.
Oh yeah. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, Gideon is this incredible, like, I've heard Gideon described, and it's so accurate. I heard Gideon described as a himbo, which is, and I just love her very much.
I think it's because since she's a girl, I think it's herbo.
Yeah. Okay, all right. Before we go too deep down Gideon, because we could talk about this for literal hours. It's very good.
Yep.
I'll let's maybe see if the audience has any questions for the last little bit, and then if not, we can just keep chatting again.
Cool.
Yeah, so if anybody has any questions for Tessa about anything, yeah, let us know in the chat, and we have about 20 minutes to go through them. So.
Have you shown the animation part yet?
Okay, so yeah, while we source audience questions, we're going to go through the animation section of Tessa's website. Yeah, feel free to talk about whatever you want here. It's all very cool.
So that first animation I made in figure drawing class, it's not really a figure drawing, but
it doesn't look like.
Yeah, I was having a lot of fun though.
That's cool.
I forgot. I think it's called Sneeze. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. What's the flame and the little cloud one right below it?
Oh, those are my characters, Sunny and Cloud. They're really cute.
They are really cute.
Yeah, and it's actually a GIF animation. So the fire is like animating, and Sunny's hands are like going like. Rah.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Oh, the lighting is really great too, like reflected onto Cloud.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Those characters have since been updated.
Oh, okay.
You can see them in the character design section. And they look pretty different.
Yeah, that's cool. I have a question for you from Farah, actually.
Yay.
What's your favorite meme currently?
Let me look at my phone because I have them.
Yeah.
Let's see. Well, I really like reaction memes, like SpongeBob screenshots. Those are my favorites.
Yeah. SpongeBob
for sure.
Speaks to the human condition.
Well, there's this one meme that I sent to my family a couple days ago, and okay, so like during Christmas, the like trees are like completely covered in Christmas lights.
Yeah.
Like they're just covered. It says the bird trying to sleep in its nest be like, and it's like a picture of a guy going like I can't see.
What I love about this is describing memes is the worst way to experience memes, but yeah. I'm really enjoying watching your face.
Yes.
Okay, so to save you from doing that again, we have a question from the chat. Okay,
yeah, so I love embarrassing myself.
It's endearing, don't worry. From chat. So, what is your process for designing characters? Do you come up with stories for all of them, or do some designs just come to you?
Oh, what is my? Sorry, I didn't hear that.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Cool. Okay, so chat asked, what is your process for designing characters? Do you come up with stories for all of them, or do some designs just kind of come to you?
Mostly I don't come up with stories for them. They just come out of me. they're just births.
I was gonna make the most pretentious comment and be like Athena from Zeus's head, just but I guess that's kind of true. So.
Yeah. Usually I just think of something weird and I just start drawing it and it comes and then I like make a story out of it. Um, yeah, that's what most of them are.
Cool, that's awesome. Just checking if we have any other questions. Oh yeah, I have one from a copy person. Were there any do you have any other or previous like cool jobs or things you've worked on that you wanted to shout out or talk about?
Oh, I worked on this game called Sping, for SMG Studios. That was pretty fun. I did their Halloween update.
Oh, that's
Um,
cool.
yeah, it's a game that's also on Apple Arcade.
Nice.
Yay. Um, and I also did this. Well, I'm doing another one right now. I'm doing season 2 of this thing for the Future Perfect project. It's an LGBTQIA plus organization, and they had me do some videos for them, like a 2-minute video the last time, and then a 1-minute video this time, just about these teen stories about their experiences. Um, yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, that sounds really awesome. Cool. On a completely different note, Kelly wants to know what your favorite cookie type is.
My favorite cookie type?
Yeah.
I like peanut butter cookies.
Peanut butter cookies are very good.
They are good. Wait, what was the correct answer?
There was this meme going around, I think yesterday, honestly, that's like the S ranking, right? It was like S, like rank all of your cookies. And and like so whoever made this put peanut butter cookies at like a D and outrage right across Capy.
That is a travesty. Blasphemy.
So good.
I also like chocolate chip. So.
The classic one. Okay, so we had a follow-up question to the how do you design characters? Is it story first, or do they just come to you? And so the follow-up is, so the character comes first, and then the story follows them.
Yes. There's this character I made called Muba. And it was just one of those doodles that you do on the side of your like notes when you're not paying attention in class.
Yeah.
And that's how my character was birthed. Is the character down there? I think if you scroll down a little bit, you may be able to see. Oh, never mind. He's not there. It was like, it's like this cloud creature. And he's like the representative for animals. And
That's cute.
yeah, instead of selling dairy, he sells like oat milk.
I like that.
Yeah. He's like a spokesperson for animals. Yeah.
Cool. Does anybody else have any other questions they want to ask Tessa? We'll give the chat a minute or so to type, but yeah, while they're typing, this has been a lot of fun, Tessa. I've been really enjoying just chatting about stuff with you. And
Yeah, me too.
so.
I was nervous, but I'm not nervous anymore.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. I'll just do a quick scroll to see if I've received any questions.
I should send that meme so you can put it up.
Okay. The scroll meme, right?
I have to see it. So you know what I was talking about, so I don't look stupid.
No, I do know which one you're talking about, but I don't know. I do. I saw it recently and I did enjoy it. Okay, we have one question from Christian. Are you playing any games right now? Any board games or any video games?
Grindstone. I've been playing a lot of Grindstone, and there's this game also on Apple Arcade called Patterned.
Okay.
and it's like you don't have to use your brain at all, which is amazing because I don't like doing that.
Yeah.
Basically,
all day.
yeah. So basically, it's like these really pretty patterns and designs that from a bunch of artists, and you kind of just like stick them together, and like as a puzzle. Oh, there's the meme! Yay!
Your impression was spot on, can I say? Cool. Pattern sounds like a lot of fun. I think I'm gonna download that because I was actually, I think I've burnt myself out on Mini Motorway, so I think I need something else that's kind of mindless that I can play like that, but that's still like fun and engaging. So
you should definitely play. I play it when I'm listening to audiobooks, because it's kind of hard for me to play stuff while I'm listening to an audiobook. So I just I like play patterned, and it's super fun and really pretty. And I've beaten the game like 3 times.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that is the hallmark of a good game. So. Okay, cool. Well, if we don't have any other questions from chat, those are all my questions. This has been super great, Tessa. It's an honor as always just to get to talk to you and work with you. So.
Wait, it's Elon Musk?
I gave this really hurtful wrap up, and then Elon.
Oh my gosh!
I did not know that was Elon Musk either. Actually. Well, on that note, yeah, thanks for joining us, Tessa. This was really great. I really liked hearing about everything, about your process and what you're doing right now. So thanks a lot.
Yay! It was super fun.
Cool. And thanks everybody for coming and listening. Check out Tessa's art. Tessa, do you want to plug where people can find you?
Yes, please. I've been like completely MIA from all social media this entire year, so yeah.
Okay, cool.
But I'm kind of getting better.
Awesome. I think we have your socials on the card. Christian, maybe you can pop that up once we're done here. Yeah, and that's it. Thanks everybody for listening. This is awesome.
Yay! Thanks for coming. Bye, Baba. Thanks for coming.